Let us start the numerical on principal stresses. We are going to start the numerical on principal stresses. We will take few numericals. So in this principal stresses, we have derived some formulas. I have written these formulas here, which can be ready-madely used if required. The normal stress at an inclined plane we have already derived by this equation at an angle theta. This theta is with the plane of sigma y, right? There was two planes, sigma x plane and sigma y plane, means horizontal. So sigma y plane with theta we have derived sigma n. Tensile stress at that plane is this at theta. Theta p, this is the principal plane, formula for principal plane, finding the maximum and minimum stresses, where the plane where maximum and minimum stresses are acting. The plane where maximum shear stress is acting, theta s. What is the magnitude of maximum minimum stresses? Principal stresses, sigma 1, sigma 2. What is the magnitude of maximum shear stress? This is the formula. And the normal stress at the plane of maximum shear stress. So these formulas will be ready-madely used in our calculation, right? So let us take the numerical which we have discussed this numerical. What to find out in this numerical? We want to find out normal stress at 30 to the 160 megapascal, right? This we have to find out, and this is given to us. Sigma x is given compressive 160 megapascal, sigma y is given compressive 100 megapascal, and shear stress positive or negative is not given, but we have assumed that this is minus 80 because these are compressive already, so we can take minus 80 as shear stress. We have to find out normal stress and shear stress at angle 30 degree to this 160 megapascal, resultant of these two, and then the inclination of resultant with respect to the normal. These things we have to find out, right? So sigma x, sigma y and tau, how we can draw this graphically in our stress element, how we draw it, right? So let us draw it. At 30 degree to the 160 megapascal we have to find out. So you can draw this with a diagram. Like suppose this is our stress element, this is the stress element, and sigma x is given, this is compressive is given, so sigma s is compressive, so we are using compressive here. So sigma y is also compressive, sigma y, and tau minus 80. When we derived these formulas, we have taken shear stress positive when the tau shear stress is making a couple at this plane, anti-clockwise couple, right? But because we have taken minus 80, so we will take the clockwise couple at these faces, and it will become minus, right? So, and there will be complementary shear stresses. Complementary shear stresses are this, and these are the shear stresses, right? So this is sigma x. So sigma x compressive, sigma y compressive, and tau negative because it is making a clockwise couple at the face of sigma x, So this is our stress condition, and our aim is to find out at angle theta, this 30 degree, right? This is our 30 degree. This is 30 degree. But as you know that when we were deriving these formulas, if we want to ready-made use these formulas, then we have used theta with the face of sigma y, this horizontal, right? So that's why we have to use, if this is 30, this will be 60. So it means our theta is basically not 30, 60, right? So we will use in our formulas theta as 60 degree, right? So our theta will be 60 degree. 60 degree because this is 60 degree, right? And we have used this with horizontal 60 degree, or you can say with the face of sigma y, we have used theta 60 degree, right? So now rest is just using the formula and calculating the values. So how can we calculate the values? So sigma n, put the formula of sigma n will be equal to sigma x plus sigma y. Sigma is x is minus 60, minus 160 minus 100 by 2, sigma x plus sigma y minus sigma x minus sigma y, minus sigma x minus sigma y divided by 2, cos 2 theta, 2 theta will become 120 minus tau is 80, so minus minus plus 80 sine 2 theta, sine 120. So this is the normal stress, right? So this is just a numerical value. You have to put the numerical value in calculator and you have to find out normal stress, right? So take your time, use calculator and try to solve this equation, and then you will find out sigma n, the normal stress at an angle plane of 30 degree with sigma x or 60 degree with sigma y. And after solving, you will get the value minus 75.7 megapascal. So this value you will get after solving. So this is our one of the answer. Second is find the sigma t, tangential stress at this plane, right? So here at this plane there are two stresses basically, sigma n and sigma t. So we have to find out both sigma n and sigma t, right? So what is sigma n? We have to find out sigma t. What is sigma t? Sigma t, you can use this formula for sigma t, ready-made formula. So minus sigma x minus sigma y, sigma x minus sigma y, minus minus will become plus sigma y by 2, sine 2 theta, sine 120 plus tau is minus 80. So minus 80 and this is plus, so it will become minus. So it will become minus 80 cos 2 theta, cos 120. So this is again, use your calculator and you will find the value of sigma t, and you will get the value of sigma t as 66 megapascal. 66 megapascal. So this is another answer. Next is the resultant of sigma n and sigma t. We have already found out sigma n and sigma t. We have to find out the resultant. What is resultant? Because sigma n and sigma t are perpendicular to each other. You can see here, sigma n and sigma t are perpendicular to each other. So you can see sigma n is in this direction, sigma t is in this direction. This is sigma n, this is sigma t. So there will be a resultant of both. And you can find out the resultant. This is our supposed resultant, sigma r. This we have to find out, sigma r, right? And suppose it is making an angle phi with the normal, So what will the value of this? So sigma t, sigma n given, so sigma r will be equal to under the root, because both are perpendicular to each other, so we can take formula sigma n square plus sigma t square. So this is the formula for finding the resultant when two quantities are perpendicular to each other, sigma n square plus sigma t square. So put the values here, you will get minus 75.7 square, so 75.7 square, minus square is always plus, so I have not written minus here, 75.7 square plus 66 square. Solve it using calculator and then find out. You will get the value as sigma r will be equal to 100.4 megapascal. And this will be the another answer, right? Now the inclination means the angle, this phi angle, which is making sigma r is making with sigma n, resultant stress is making with normal stress, that we have to find out, right? So you can use the tan theta. If it is sigma t, if this is sigma t, you can take a line parallel to this like this, and this will also be sigma t. This is sigma n, this is our sigma n, and we are taking parallel to this, So this is also sigma t, this value, right? So you can find out the tan theta, this is sigma t upon sigma n, tan phi sigma t upon sigma n, right? So tan phi will be equal to sigma t upon sigma n. So this will give the angle between resultant and normal, right? Angle between resultant and normal. So what will be the, you can solve it, you can put sigma t value, sigma t is 66 megapascal, and you can take the magnitude of the both, or you can use negative direction, because our sigma n is negative. So sigma n is negative, we can reverse this direction. Actually sigma n is compressive and we are using here tensile, because in our stress body we are using tensile. So you have to reverse this direction. So actual condition is like this, you have to reverse the direction because sigma n is compressive. So sigma n is not in this direction which we have shown here, it is opposite to this. This is our sigma n and this is our sigma t. Sigma t is positive, so it is okay. So sigma t, so this is our sigma n and sigma t, right? So this will be the resultant. So this is our sigma r, and this is sigma n, and this is sigma t. We have reversed the direction of sigma n because it is negative. And now this is the angle which we have to find out, right? And because this is sigma t, so it is parallel will also be sigma t. So where we can put sigma t by sigma n. Now because we have reversed the direction, we can use the magnitude of this. So 75.7. So this is the angle. This is the angle between normal stress and resultant stress, inclination, which we have to find out, right? And try to solve it and you will get the answer 41.4 degree. So this is the answer you will obtain, right, by solving this stress element.